Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, April 29th, 2024. I was reminded earlier today that one of Mr. T's signature gestures, actually, we were told long ago what it signified. And I thought it might be good to review that, and let's ask the tarot if they have some additional insights or information about this gesture, especially what it might mean moving forward. Okay, I'm going to take you to a compilation I've got. It's short, and you don't have to access it separately to get value from this video. But if you'd like to, click on the Facebook link that'll be in the video description box. In the meantime, let's go to a share screen, and I will show you my compilation. Okay, Mr. T's signature gesture, one of them, is the fist pump. Okay, I've got this picture of him doing it. Okay, now Mother Earth News, they don't hide their liberal bias, but I got to tell you, it's sometimes good to read things from both sides of the aisle, because both sides of the aisle are going to slant towards their preferences instead of just laying both things out for you to get value and information. So sometimes I do read things from the other side of the aisle to see what their perspective is on it. In 2020, Mother Earth News called this gesture one of the monsters of 2020. There were 12 of them. Okay, they talk a little bit about the ideology that it's actually Mr. T's need to assert his energy and dominance, and it's posture power posing, and they're sharing their thoughts on it, at which they're welcome to do. Okay, but two years before that, the 17 team told us what was really going on when we saw that. Fist pumps regarding POTUS/17 encounter equals keep up the good fight, Patriot. That's it in a nutshell, guys. This will be a very common theme known only to you. Feel proud, winning. Where we go one, we go all. So in other words, when we see that fist pump, we're being encouraged to keep up the good fight, keep the faith, in other words, okay? And to feel proud. Okay, that you can, first of all, know a decode that's actually meant for each and every one of us, and have that pride that we've stayed steadfast. Now, today, this theme was reviewed on this post on X, formerly known as Twitter, by Maga Sky. Okay, and she said that every time President at Real Donald Trump gives a fist pump, I think of 17 drop 1601, and my morale is instantly boosted. And she used the wording from that post here on top of this graphic. So, pretty simple thing. But sometimes the universe has some additional layers they want us to know about something. So let's ask the universe, is it true that the continued use of the fist pump by Mr. T is because of the meaning associated we were told of in 17 post number 1601, plus other insights and information the universe wants us to know, with a special emphasis on near future cards. What are they going to tell us? Okay, so let's see how that pump gesture, if there's more to it, or if there's a significance that's going to grow as time goes on. I have no idea. Let's find out together. I'm going to switch the camera and let you watch me work with the cards, and you'll see that we both discover what it has to say at the same time together. 1 second while I do that. I apologize for the shadows here. It was either provide you with excessive glare or have you have a few shadows. And I chose the shadows. Normally I don't make videos this time of day, but I've had contractors in my house till pretty late in the evening, and I had no other choice. So we're asking, is it true? Or is there more to the story, or insights or information the universe wants us to know about that gesture? Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, Page of Wands, 3 of Wands, Death card, and the 7 of Cups. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from the cards, and then we'll look at elements in the cards that lead me to say it. First of all, Mr. T in that gesture is going to, yes, it is a celebratory type of gesture that we can appreciate and be heartened by. Absolutely. And as events unfold, and they're going to be, this is a kind of a determination card. It's telling us more. We need to know that Mr. T is still steadfast in being at the helm of something very important. Okay. Now, in the recent past, what we've got, I'm seeing that he's got a good vision of where the world needs to go, and he is willing to, again, take those slings and arrows for us when it comes to staying steadfast and resilient, and trying to imbue us, even if it has to be sometimes now during these 4 years, even if it has to be rather discreet. The what I'm seeing too, and I don't want to upset anybody, that the death card shows up. And understand, the death card seldom talks about death. It talks about long, slow changes. And we know that our world changing is a matter of long, slow change. But I also want to convey that there seems to be some shenanigans going on. We've heard chatter that Mr. T, the Shenanigans Gang, has made a clone, and they're planning to stage some sort of a false flappy thing that involves harm to that clone that will upset. And so what we're getting told here, first of all, is this is still very much a possibility. And if it does, you'll have a lot of choices on how to react to it, if it does. Okay, so, and it may be that in the process of doing that gesture is when that action may happen. But have no fear. The real Mr. T, it's not going to be in harm's way. There's nothing that he is in permanent danger of. He's got some very benevolent and extraordinary options open to him to both recover if need be, and to be ready to go the distance. So I am seeing that it may be during one of those gestures that something is attempted. Okay. It looks like also Mr. T is going to be instrumental in bringing about some financial changes that we can all celebrate. Okay. Now here's some of the things that said that to me. Look at how this layout goes with the Kachina knife. Basically, our question, situation, and clarifier of it are here. Recent past, present, near future, strongest insight card or information card, because we asked for insights or information. And then another one. If we get additional cards, they're again for the near future, but they're not as impactful as these two. Okay. Now, this in the recent past, we had the Two of Wands. He knows the path ahead. He's got the whole world in consideration here. And I think that's a very good card that made me say Mr. T has not lost his conviction that change is needed for the entire world. And he wants to be part of heading off on a new path for a better realm for us. This card often talks about generational wealth. Okay. Even our domesticated fur family members are indicated here, and every generation is indicated. So again, an eye on humanity as the family of man, and all of us, from all ages, have value and worth. This is a card showing a lot of determination. There's going to be some fast moving events. And it shows that character-wise, he is still very steadfast, and he wants us to be too. So it is true that what was said was that was a signal for us to keep up the good fight. Okay, hold the faith. And I'm not saying that we should use that overworked term of trust the plan, but I do think there is an objective, a number of objectives. They've got their eye on the prize. They know where they want to go. And Mr. T has never wavered on that at all. The death card again is usually about long, slow changes that are happening. So while it is possible that it's talking about the long, slow change of our fiat dollar becoming an asset-backed type currency and clearing up some shenanigans that have happened in balloting situations or how the law is interpreted, even if it hasn't been changed, things like that. A lot of determination for that. So that it could be talking again about that double, since we were asking about the fist pumps. So if in a rally situation or a public situation, that is when he would apparently be the most at, vulnerable. But again, don't worry about it. The choice will be yours, how to handle news. Okay, don't let it upset you. Don't let it discourage you. And remember that 48-hour rule. Wait 48 hours, because if anything happens, a false flappy thing, anons are on it, okay? And they will, they'll dig for the discrepancies and things like that can kind of put our mind at ease of, oh, it was just another one of those. And again, looking forward, the path is clear. Let's get 4 more cards and see what they're trying to tell us. We have the 10 of Swords, the Hanged Man. We have the 8 of Wands and the Magician. Okay, this card can also mean a loss of leaving the earthly plane. I'm trying to get that glare off for you guys. Sorry about that. And with the Hangman, looking at things in a new way. So again, I think we're getting a little bit of a warning that watch out. There is a false flappy thing that is being planned on. It's going to seem as if there's been a genuine loss of an important life. And we know we're talking about Mr. T here. Hangman, he's not in danger. He is having some aha moments. So again, the choice is ours to go, oh, we heard about this. We knew this was one of the possibilities that they might try to roll out to discourage or to have an excuse to have another J6 situation with roundups and what have you. So again, be prepared if that's what this is. Ultimately, though, we're going to manifest the change we want in our world and in our country and in who is providing some representation for us. There's going to be a lot of events happen to have that happen again. Even if they happen, there's determination, and we need to join with those who have stayed white hat, white heart throughout all this process to help make that manifest. To recap, we've been told since 2018 that when we see Mr. T do a fist pump, whether it's a single or a double, the message to us is keep up the good fight, patriot. And that is still a very much a signature move that we see from Mr. T on a regular basis, whether it's a rally or courthouse steps or getting off a helicopter or whatever it might be. It's one of his signature gestures. In other words, he's thinking about us and just wants to remind us to keep up the good fight. So we asked if there was some additional insights or information. It was kind of surprising what the cards seem to be telling me, and I'll share that with you again. First of all, Mr. T and the situation with the fist bumps. What I seem to be getting is that he is still going to be very instrumental in the transition from a fiat-backed currency to one we can truly celebrate, asset-backed currencies. So Mr. T is not going anywhere anytime soon, and he's going to be part of that process as it comes into fruition and publicly is acknowledged. So I loved that. His determination very much in evidence here, as shown by the 9 of Wands. Now, where I said it was surprising was the death card showed up. Again, the death card is not usually about a loss of life. It is about a long, slow change. So it's quite likely that what we're just hearing is that this gesture is going to continue to be relevant until long, slow changes of representation or structures of our representation or people who seem to be doing that representation are concluded. Okay, or just as we change over from a fiat system to a asset-backed one. But I got a nudge that it's also about the rumor, the alt media chatter, that there is a false Mr. T that's been grown, created, with an eye to having a public calamity befall that one, and to allow people to think that that was the real one. So I just want that to be kind of in your awareness, that still seemed to be very much something that the Shenanigans gang wouldn't mind having happen. When it does, we're going to have an opportunity, lots of choices here in how we react. So remember, there's a difference between reacting and responding. We want to respond. And when it comes to things that we're hearing about and didn't personally see ourselves, the best response is to wait that 48 hours, because anons immediately go digging for information that doesn't match, the discrepancies and what have you. And they're really getting good at false floppy thing busting wide open within 48 hours. So we need to, if there does seem to be someone who has suffered harm, we need to keep them in our thoughts, our intentions, our prayers, no matter who they are. But don't necessarily believe that it's who they want you to believe, if and when that does happen. Looking forward, we're going to be still heading towards a very much better place, better path for the entire world. It's pretty self-evident to us that we want to ascend. We want to have a lot less government, and the things that we as a collective want and help to make manifest are what's going to happen. Absolutely. Got a little Allie's in the video. Okay, briefly. So then we pulled some more cards. Again, kind of bolstering the thought that there may be, this ending could simply be the need for the fist pump. It could be the whole facade of still having a fiat dollar that has any meaning or value. It could be that, but it also could be that false flappy thing that we have heard some chatter about. And if we do, we have numerous major arcanas here. This one, there's no any kind of a distress with this situation. It's like we're going to be looking at some things in a new way. Okay. So I think that false flappy thing that I was talking about with the alternate, if they had some way to guarantee that they could have kept Mr. T from letting everybody know that he was fine, it would have already happened. So we need to also intention that he always stays ready at a moment's notice to inform us that he's okay. There's going to be a lot of events in the near future happening, a lot. And again, manifesting the magician, major arcana. Okay, major arcanas, what their message is something that is pretty much set. We can't alter it too much. That's why it was pretty nice. I like that the hangman showed up as far as any kind of an ending situation, that we'd be looking at things in a new way and not unhappily as we did. So the magician reminds us that our thoughts, our words, they have power, and they actually have power to their energy, and it's energy that can be used for good, for bad, or just to continue the same. So if what you want in your reality and for our world, for our plane of existence, is an improved situation, take that time to picture it and help it to come into being and including, and definitely not last but least, the safety for those who are putting themselves in harm's way in some way to bring about that change or share information or be in leadership positions, or still willing to do them even though there's a lot of obstacles being thrown in their path. So the fist pump is going to continue, and it's going to have a good meaning. And it is, like I said, if there is a time when that false floppy thing happens, it looks like it would be during one of those gestures. So we're just going to wrap some protection and some unrealized shenanigans and help it not to happen. In the meantime, again, remember, we don't react to news, we respond, just like we should. If someone says something, we want to respond, not react. And that means taking a time and a deep breath to stop and think, how do I want to? What do I want to believe? What should I do or think or say? Or what should, and just take that minute to stop and think. And Allie's up here confirming that we're on the right track. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention, and for subscribing and watching me and tolerating my my video bomber and everything else. I hope until the next time we talk, you find reasons to smile and enjoy your gift of life. And until we meet again, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and wish for you everything bright. Bye.